Every day Mike Johnson gets closer and closer to this deal brings me closer and closer to vacating the chair because I have absolutely had it.
Either shut down the border or shut down the government. And Mike Johnson's giving you more happy talk. Oh, I think we can get everything done by the 19th. That's impossible, bro. It's not going to happen.
It's a reality, and we have to look at it. If Speaker Johnson doesn't deliver on the conservative credentials that he promised us, then I suspect we will be looking for a new speaker.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And for some Republicans, shutting down the government is a small price to pay to bring back some hardline Trump border policies. These extremist Republicans want to resume construction of Donald's border wall and require migrants seeking asylum to stay in Mexico until their cases are resolved.
That is an option. If we don't like our boss, or we don't like the person that's in charge, we have the ability to remove them.
If that moves forward, if there's a potential shutdown, don't you think that'll hurt Republicans going into an election year?
I think we better stop worrying about political expediency, and we better start worrying about our country.
Mike Johnson should not be going in there with Chuck Schumer and saying, oh, yeah, we're going to make this deal where 5,000 illegal aliens, not migrants, cross the border every damn day so you can get $60 billion over to Zelensky, the most corrupt president in the world right now.
Speaker Mike Johnson had joined about 60 GOP legislators at the border in Eagle Pass, Texas recently. It was a political stunt to draw attention and spread misinformation. Republicans have been fear-mongering over immigration for years. The president proposed more than $10 billion in new border spending to gain Republican support for new funding for Ukraine and Israel. Several House Republicans are saying no deal unless Democrats agree to their demands.
In the conference, why are other members in the conference so afraid of a government shutdown?
Well, they find it embarrassing. The press runs around the Capitol every single day and puts this great threat in front of them. House Republicans will be blamed for a government shutdown when all reality outside of the bubble of Washington, D.C., regular Americans could care less about a shutdown.
Trump's border wall is a failure of a project. He promised a beautiful concrete wall in 2016, but only delivered on a few hundred miles of bollard fencing that doesn't even cover the existing gaps. It's falling all over in places and hasn't kept anyone out who didn't have a shovel, a ladder, or a buzzsaw. Now extremist Republicans like Tim Burchett and Marcia Trainwreck Green are threatening to remove Mike Johnson if he doesn't toe the party's hardline on immigration.
And hey, maybe it's time to look for a replacement. I'm all for it. I keep saying his speakership is going to be in weeks, not months. And just how that's the way it is. If you're not going to stand in the breach, then you're going to get hammered.
The GOP has even launched an impeachment process against the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, this week. While House Republicans are trying to impeach Mayorkas, Senate Republicans are trying to work with him to improve immigration enforcement and send needed resources to the border. House Republicans are the ones who are standing in the way, as usual. They are threatening to hold the country hostage unless the Department of Homeland Security starts building the wall that Mexico was supposed to pay for in the first place. The Republican agenda for immigration has been crafted by fascists like Stephen Miller. The undereducated followers of Donald Trump want immigrants to be met with violence. If Republicans wanted to actually address border issues, their votes would reflect that. The truth is that GOP jackaloons like Tim Burchett and Marcia Trainwreck Green don't want solutions. They want chaos. They are unable to present fact-based arguments and rely on insightful rhetoric to cover their lack of intelligence. The Republicans can't even manage the only branch of government that they control. The 118th Congress under Republican leadership is a do-nothing Congress. They have been a complete waste of time and money with nothing to show for it. Now they want to shut down the country and hold America hostage. These fools can't even comprehend that shutting down the government will stop any of their agendas from moving forward. What a group of complicit buffoons. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.